We, everybody here and everybody on this planet is currently facing two extremely difficult challenges. Taking care of our Earth's climate and taking care of the poor. Not only our generation will be affected by the action that we take, but also the future of our children will be severely influenced. Now, nearly 1 out of 5 children in the world is currently under the federal poverty line, and 815 million people are currently severely malnourished. And this is only getting worse. Climate change is now causing entire lands to be uninhabitable and causing mass starvation. This is Kea. In her village, the riverbanks broke, which caused countless homes and entire acres of farmland to be destroyed. Because of this, her entire family had to live on a platform for weeks, which caused the family to get severely ill. So now, climate change isn't really a question anymore. It is just the cold, hard truth. And because of this, a new question arises. How does climate change affect society? And especially, how does climate change affect the poor? I have investigated climate change throughout the world and encountered many, many examples such as Kea's. But especially in her case, her entire family's way of living got altered. Her family got sick and she isn't able to go to school anymore. Because I was so affected by this specific example, I have decided to further my research into Bangladesh.
According to the Climate Change Vulnerability Index, the economy of Bangladesh is far more susceptible to climate change than any other country in the world. And with a population of 156 million people, a quarter of the population currently lives under the poverty line. Climate change only makes this worse. While Bangladesh is located in the Bay of Bengal and also has many rivers inside of the country. This makes for a very susceptible nature to flooding. Flooding not only brings in illness and drowning into the country, but also destroys farmland and makes land uninhabitable. The rise of climate change increases the amount of tidal waves, and tidal waves carry a lot of salt with them, which destroys the farmland, and due to the salt intrusion, there is no real place for agriculture anymore. The increase of floods and tidal waves really brings a lot of negative effects with them for Bangladesh's population. Firstly, the hunger. Because of the floods, the food production in the already extremely densulated population is going to reduce, which in turn really increases the risk of hunger and even starvation, which is of course extremely bad. Secondly, the floods will decrease the economy of Bangladesh, which in turn makes a sort of an unending loop, if you will, because the floods really destroy the economy of Bangladesh, which is mostly based on agriculture. And because of the weak economy, the people of Bangladesh aren't able to defend themselves from the water, which in turn will allow more floods to go into the country. Lastly, a really big negative effect is the fact that it will destroy living space in an already densely populated country. This will make that people won't be able to live in, they don't have a really large place to live, but also causes an increase of the risk of pandemic outbreak and social unrest. And especially the social unrest part is extremely difficult to come by, while the government and helping institutions such as NGOs will not be able to help the population of Bangladesh to their fullest extent when there is a lot of social unrest into the country.
Nevertheless, Bangladesh has achieved a lot regarding combating this climate change. They've already invested over $10 billion into these actions. Some of these actions include the increase of the capacity of the government to respond to national emergencies. Also, they made sure that the river embankments in Bangladesh are sufficiently strengthened. They also built cyclone shelters for the population in case of a cyclone and floods. And they also altered the structure of the agriculture to better produce under these circumstances and not be influenced as much by the floods. However, these actions might not be enough. I even noticed that Bangladesh has a lot of similarities with my home country, the Netherlands. This is because we are also extremely susceptible to the threat of water. That's because we also have a lot of rivers flowing through our country, and part of our country is below sea level. However, this doesn't affect our way of life and economy as much as, for instance, Bangladesh. And that is because the Netherlands has the best water defense system in the world. And I am positive that we could use our knowledge to help other countries in the world with their defense against water? Fortunately, we already do. Bangladesh and the Netherlands have had a good cooperation regarding water for over half a century now. And most recently, the Dutch government contributed towards the Delta Plan 2100. This is a strategic development plan of the Bangladeshi defense against water. And I am really proud that the Netherlands doesn't leave Bangladesh alone in this fight, but I still think that we can do more. Because even though Bangladesh has come a long way and has made a lot of progress, they still face continuing challenges regarding climate change. Of one thing I am certain, is that we should keep talking about the effect of climate change on poorer societies in the world. Because Kea's example is just 1 out of a million. And we, as Dutch inhabitants, should feel privileged to live in a country that has so much knowledge regarding water. Therefore, I would like to leave you all with one final thought. We should keep spreading our ideas. Thank you.